Owen
Piffaretti.
from where?
From Switzerland originally, but I'm living here now 18 years.
But you have Irish connections, yeah?
I have Irish connections, yeah. So I'm the product of your typical Irish family with the new generation comes back to Ireland.
And you have a fantastic bit of sculpture here, yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, yeah.
And what does it depict?
It's Grainne Mhaol.
Yeah?
Her face in the middle of the bay, and with her hair flowing around like the sea.
Yeah? And what inspired you to do that? Where did it come from?
The idea of that particular idea.
Yeah?
It was, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I just thought of the image one night, and it was the night before I was due to submit a maquette for the original idea of the sculpture, and I made a new maquette on that night that I showed Simon and Etna in the morning, and they went with it, and they decided to go ahead with the project.
And are you a trained sculptor or just you have a skill?
I'm self-taught, yeah. But I've been sculpting, I think, all my life really. You know, I don't remember the first time I kind of tried sculpting something.
And did you do it at home in Switzerland?
Yes, yeah.
And have you many pieces done in your time?
I don't know, probably so. Like I've sculpted in wood, I've sculpted also in turf at times, trying to, you know, find some kind of a niche around here.
Yeah.
And I've been selling sculptures probably since 92 or 93, the first time I sold one. So that makes it 20 odd years, yeah.
And how long are you in Westport?
18 years now.
18 years?
Yeah.
You like it over here?
I love it, yeah. I love
what do you like about it?
Yeah. Everything, like the people especially.
Because we all envisage Switzerland as being a beautiful place, which it is obviously, with mountains and
it is,
flowers and snow and skiing.
Yeah, I know, but like they say, the grass is greener on the other side, you know, and the grass is greener in Ireland than it is in Switzerland. It's greener than anywhere else. Yeah. Well,
you've left your mark here now, anyway, in Westport. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Perfect.
Okay, good evening everybody. We'd like to welcome you here this evening. Thanks very much for coming along to the quay on this special occasion for the unveiling of this amazing piece of sculpture. So I'd like to welcome the Cathaoirleach of West Mayo Municipal District, our local councillors, Councillor Maguire and Councillor Highland, our chieftain of the O Malley clan, who's going to do the honours here this evening. We have Liam Campion, chairperson of Westport Tidy Towns, and Stephanie Columbani, who's CEO of Westport Chamber. So you're all very welcome, and obviously our sculptor Owen, and a very special welcome to two very special people here this evening, Owen's parents, who have travelled all the way from Switzerland just to be here. So our first speaker this evening is Liam Campion, who is here as he's wearing two hats, his chairperson of Westport Tidy Towns that he's taken over recently, and he's doing a pretty spectacular job. And he's also here representing the Kavanagh Group, the Super Value Kavanagh Group, who we'll talk a little bit about as well. So, Liam Campion.
Thanks, Etna. I'd just like to reiterate what Etna said and welcome everybody again. Special word of thanks to Pierce O Malley chieftain for being here with us this evening to unveil this plaque. Work like this needs a good coordinator. Simon Wall is there in the background someplace, but without Simon this wouldn't be coordinated the way it has. So many thanks to you, Simon. We always need a sponsor in Tidy Towns. The Kavanagh Group have been sponsors for a long time. Super Value has been the main sponsor for the last 26 years, but long before that Noel Kavanagh was a big supporter and friend of Westport Tidy Towns. So I'd like to acknowledge that and thank you particularly for today's sponsorship. To Owen, I'd like to say, and to your family that have travelled so far, you're very, very welcome to Westport. This is an unbelievable piece of work. So Owen, for the endless number of hours you've put in, what you're giving back to the people of Westport. I want to sincerely thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All because of Tidy Towns is 60 years old this year, and Westport, due to efforts of a lot of people, has been very successful and are probably one of the most successful, if not the most successful town in the country when it comes to Tidy Towns. But as Liam mentioned, sponsorship is huge, so you know, without sponsorship, local sponsorship from everybody, but in particular the support, not alone just financial sponsorship from the Cabinet Group, so and they obviously sponsored the implementation and the installation of this beautiful piece of sculpture. So we'd now like to ask Owen, the sculptor himself, to come maybe and say a few words about his masterpiece. And I was up in Owen's house, I don't know when it was, I think it was last October, November, on a particularly wet, cold evening. So anybody that thinks he has, you know, a nice studio where he was doing his work, he doesn't. He was working in extremely difficult conditions. And I don't know whether he knows how many hours he put in, but I couldn't even begin to guess all of the, I would say, lots of hundreds of hours that he put in for this amazing piece. So I think Owen is going to say a few words.
I'm going to try.
He's going to try.
Thank you very much for all coming here, so many, and thank you very much for the compliments, very warm compliments. I just want to thank everybody that had a hand in it, and a lot of people did. Etna and Simon were like, ultimately nothing would have been done without them, and the Cabinet Group for the sponsoring. But like, you know, a lot of people have also put their little grain of salt, and like, you know, the project was a completely different idea at first, and it kind of morphed into this. Recycled curbstones, Grainne Mhaol. It wasn't meant to be that at all at the beginning. It wasn't meant to be this place, and you know, with the collaboration of everybody, it kind of all came together, and it was great. And I'm very honoured to have this spot, and yeah, to give something back, you know. So thank you very much.
A few words from Owen. The very first time that we actually saw this, it was in the old Chamber of Commerce office, and Owen came in to meet myself and Simon, and he did a plastic bag with something in it. He had two things. One was a Greek goddess, I think, and we looked at it and we said, that's nice, yeah. And then he took out a little prototype of this, and we were like, yes, no, this is what it has to be. But even then we had no idea that it was going to turn out like this. And obviously Owen did the work, and then Halpin Group put together the frame for it. And again, this isn't quite what we thought it was going to look like. It was a great surprise to find out that it came out with such a good finish. So thank you to the Halpin Group as well for their contribution. So with that, I'd like to invite Michael Holmes, the Cleric of West Mayo Municipal District, to say a few words.
Okay, thank you, Etna. Fellow councillors, as Chairman of the West Mayo Municipal District, I'm delighted to be here today, this evening, on this beautiful evening, on this beautiful occasion, and I think that there's great credit due to Owen for the way he has this piece turned out. It's absolutely magnificent. I haven't actually seen it myself until this evening, and it's great to see his parents back from Switzerland to witness this lovely event. I was just saying there to Simon, he was telling me that the original stone was curbstone that were used in the carbon around Westport, maybe well over 100 years ago, and of course I'm sure the curbstones themselves could tell a lot of stories, and there's a lot of history involved there. So it is absolutely fantastic to use the old curbstones from the town here to recreate and come up with that piece of art. As I say, I'm delighted representing Mayo County Council, who together with the Cabinet Group and particularly Liam there, who has been very involved with the Tidy Town in helping to fund this. And I know that you have been doing great work, and you, since you took over there from Etna, who previously had as Simon has said, is the holder of an All-Ireland medal, something that's not that plentiful in Mayo. But it's great to have it, you know. So as I say, I'm delighted to be here, and again compliments to all involved. As somebody has said there, that the whole lot of people has got involved in this. This just didn't happen, and I know that Simon would have been fairly involved in it. And it's absolutely great to see the finished project. And the Tidy Towns, of course, very involved in it, and they have been doing fantastic work. I mean, look at the things they have done around this town and the way that they turn out this town, not to mention the winning of the national award. But I mean, all you have to do is drive through this town from one end to the other, and it's looking absolutely beautiful, and I think they deserve a big round of applause. And of course, it's great to see a direct descendant of Grace, Pierce, here. I mean, you can see the resemblance. So it's great to see him here cutting the tape and unveiling it tonight. So look, enjoy the evening, beautiful evening, enjoy Westport, and hats off to everybody involved. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your presence here. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful evening. We're here, Westport Quay Town, 6 years. And it's an extraordinary time for volunteer organisations, and they go around quietly doing their work. They're the quietest organisation of any organisation in Westport, and as the councillor said, they have 3 All-Irelands, which is an extraordinary achievement. And I would like to thank Westport Quay Town. It gives the town its spirit. It makes it a lovely place to live in. It's a great place to come and visit, and it is congratulations to all chairpersons of Quay Town and the volunteers, week in, week out, do so much work for Westport. Here, I'm glad that I got my chieftain job for this year. I think it's called, because we're pirates, the election process isn't that complicated. It's a case of a twisted arm. But anyway, I said I'd do it for a year because, like Tidy Towns, you want to, this is Westport. Do you know what I mean? You just have to get up and do things. And it was a great pleasure for me to represent Westport in this type of cultural activity, because you know we have very well, we have great Gaelic games, and they're hugely developed by the Gaelic Association. We have great Irish music, and it's at an international level. And this idea of the clans and stuff like that is trying to get our historical culture that little bit more up the line, and the people are more aware of it. And we do live in the most extraordinary and beautiful area. And then Owen Piffaretti, an outstanding piece of work, and the more you look at it, the more it amazes you. You have a beautiful lady there, Grainne Mhaol, and she's looking out at the centre of her eye, which was Clare Island. That's the place, that's where she loved, and that's where she was most at home. And then I love the way her hair flows back. It goes big ways to the front and quieter ways all the way into the harbour. And I think he has got the 365 islands exhibition there. So it's an extraordinary piece of work. And as Catherine said earlier on, you know, it's an example. He got the limestone. It was in the yard of the local authority. It was chipped kind of at the bottom and things like that. But no, here we have an artist coming to a situation, and what was slightly, you know, limestone that was put to one side is now our centrepiece, and it just shows life. And it's an extraordinary piece. And thank you, Owen. I would like to welcome his parents from Switzerland to us here. And I know on Owen's maternal side, they killed from Killadang and that area, and it's great that people always come back no matter when they leave. You know what I mean? So thank you all very much, and I'd like to thank the SuperValue Cabinet Group for their sponsorship. This is clearly a case of commercial enterprise working with local authority. It is partnership, and partnerships tends to work things. And SuperValue have been involved in it for 26 years, as Liam said, things like that. And not alone are they involved here in Westport, but they are on our wide Atlantic way from Donegal right to Connemara, and they are there. And you know, corporates coming along with their corporate responsibilities to the community, and it's a great achievement, and congratulations. And thank you, Noel and Mark, for the sponsorship for this event.
For a really big occasion, we have a very big scissors to cut a very big ribbon. So John McHugh, if you can bring the step ladder around to here. And we're going to place the ribbon across it. I need tug-of-war people ready to pull the ribbon across, which is Velcro attached. Behind here, I'd like to take Noel and Mark here on one side, and Owen and Liam on the other side. And I'd like Pierce, like Jesus, in the middle. All right.
Oops.
Now, so this is a piece, and when you cut the scissors with hands in, we need a load of people, helping Christy and Ethna. We need a load of people on each side, straining the photograph. And I'd like the rest of the people to be behind. So come closer, please, for the photograph. Yeah, we need a lot of more people on this, on both ends. And if you could come in a little closer, crowd around for the photograph. We have our photographer here. From behind, come in a little closer. Can we see some string? Pretend to put a bit of string. No, guys, pull in, tighten in here a little bit. Okay, yeah, tighten in. Guys at the back. Where are Owen's parents? You win there. Guys at the back. Hello. Do you want to do a countdown? That's it. Come into the photograph. Yeah. You want to tuck in here, guys? Yeah. Come in here. Countdown, Mike. Okay, I'm straight. Everyone, keep putting in. 5, 4. Do it again. Do it again.